Previously on the Damage Guild podcast.
Each applicant must demonstrate skills.
Sorry to have troubled you.
Nice to meet you.
Azlo, show her the knife throwing trick.
I'd really rather not.
I toss up the apple and take a shot. I just rolled a natural 20.
The arrow splits it in half, and the apple's two halves land
in my hand and Azlo's hand, and then we take a bite.
Then we lean against each other with our arms crossed. Perhaps Shabba can help me out, and I cast sleep on him.
I fall straight down like a felled tree.
Follow me, and I will lead her over to the arena. I bet my future in the guild that I can last 60 seconds against 3 summoned monsters.
Appearing in front of you in a bright flash of light, 3 short humans with goat legs. One stabs you directly for 7 points of damage.
I would be down.
You fall in round 9. Elendria says, "You did remarkably well. I would gladly accept you as a member of the Sapphire Sabre." If you take a look at what I've given you, you will see the jobs that stand out to you. There are others listed as well, but they're rather boring things that seem ridiculously easy and boring for you to just take on, and nothing that you're actually interested in.
All right, yeah, let's have a look at these jobs. This job board here. What? No. A tribe of cloud giants has been seen in the southern region of the Verdant Ridge and are believed to be moving slowly northward. I hate cloud giants.
Really? Why?
Shabba, wouldn't you be able to communicate with them?
Yes.
Don't you know giants?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I want to. I want to kill them, all of them.
Oh.
Didn't I tell you guys this story? Remember the time that they tore my father to shreds and all of his best warriors? Yeah, that was them. That was cloud giants. They did that.
As I recall, he was like ripped into bloody pieces, and his members were just scattered all across the ground. Is that the right one? Am I thinking of a different one?
Azlo, stop. You're making Shabba sad. Look at him.
Oh, am I?
I get down on my hands and knees and start rocking back and forth. I curl up into the fetal position and start rocking back and forth. Oh, God. The memories. Oh,
look. And so I just totally disregard Shabba's state. Guys, look. Zombie sightings. Large groups of zombies. Guys, they could be related to the... We could figure out what's going on.
It says they seem to be coming from Pillshire, so they're probably related to what's going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is what's going on, actually.
Wow.
Seen in the southeast region of Ormog. That's where we, just came from.
It says there's no confirmed case of it spreading to new towns after the initial outbreak, but the zombies themselves are spreading.
You know what that makes me think about, Shabba?
What?
I think the cult's laying low. I think they're laying plans for their next move. If they're not infecting more towns, think about it.
I think so. I mean, we certainly threw a monkey wrench in their operations, didn't we?
We did. We took all their stuff.
Mm-hmm. This also says travelers to Dionysia are advised to take the southern route through Teraldia. We have never taken that route. It's probably a little longer.
Are we going to Dionysia?
Well, not necessarily. I'm just saying it's worth noting, worth mentioning, if we do end up going that way.
Yeah, so Teraldia is the next country to your south.
Okay.
And the route down there would be basically turning from Lytix Cross, going down a long way down and around and up again into Dionysia. Okay. So you'd avoid the whole Pillshire area.
So I get that the job board's kind of organized to... For example, I see that Bronze has its own section, Iron has its own section, Steel and Mithril have their own sections. But the notices and the bounties, how can we gauge whether or not we could handle, the bounties section?
The noties are... Notices... Notices and bounties together. So the notices are just general information for everyone, things to be aware of. The bounties are available to anyone who thinks they can take them on.
So we might die.
And you don't have to sign up for those in advance, you just show up with the bounty.
So we show up with their corpses.
Well, the Grimlock bounty, Grimlock's near Lobic Mine. Grimlocks have recently appeared in the land surrounding Lobic Mine. No surprise there. The remaining groups are causing difficulties for travelers, and it says the Miners Guild will pay 2 gold per ear, so we bring back their ears.
Why didn't we collect their ears, Azlo? We should have been thinking about our financial future.
Seriously.
I didn't know anybody would want ears of Grimlocks. How was I supposed to know that?
Everybody knows that ears are the way that the world goes round, Azlo.
That's true. An ear is worth 1,000 gold.
An ear is worth 1,000 pictures. That's, I believe, the saying.
Yeah, that's right. That's how the old saying goes. And then, this Ankeg one, they're paying 10 gold or 6 gold per Ankeg head delivered to the town guard. So I think it seems to me that these bounties are just ongoing, as many as you can get kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Collect them all.
Yeah, that means we get to keep the chitin of the body for armor. So
that's right.
Those Ankegs I remember being pretty nasty and huge, and they ate my little friend.
Yeah, they did.
They also ate a cow, so
yeah,
pretty bad.
I don't think we're ready for an Ankeg, are we, guys?
I don't know. Just the fact that you can never tell where, like, you can't sneak up on them, right? You just have to go stand in a field and hope they're hungry.
Well, no, we could take the fight to them. We could go underground.
Which seems like a great idea.
We could, yeah. We could suddenly gain a burrowing speed. Maybe Alundria can train us to burrow.
To dig.
To burrow really fast.
Shabba casts dig.
Or Tokas, you could see if you could create some kind of device that creates a sound, like a mating call for the Ankegs.
Ooh, there you go. We just need to find the local Ankeg expert.
We would have to do extensive research, Azlo. I don't know what an Ankeg mating sounds like. We'd have to catch them in their mating season. We'd have to have a recording device. It's a real mess.
Yeah, it's
Unless
true.
you could mimic it on your musical instrument.
Maybe. Perhaps I could.
We could have Stripey. I mean, badgers are burrowing animals.
You're going to send Stripey into the Ankeg hole?
Into the earth as bait?
Yeah, no, we could just send him after him to fight them all while we just stay up topside and wait.
I think we should look at the commissions section.
Okay.
I think that's wise.
This seems interesting.
In the bronze section here, we've got caravan guards to Glenhammer. They're looking for someone to guard a trade caravan down to Glenhammer and back. Looks like a 3-week round trip. And payment is 1 gold per person per day, plus 10 gold each upon return.
That's a pretty sizable haul there.
That's a hefty sum.
Yeah.
So 3 times 7 times 3 plus 30.
It's a lot, Tokas. That's the answer.
Yes. Plenty.
It's more gold than you can shake a alchemist's.
An alembic at?
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of gold, I would say. Approximately. A lot.
It's almost 100 gold for our party.
And then there's the retrieve a cockatrice egg quest, which involves retrieving an intact, healthy egg, upon which you will receive a payment of 50 gold from the Alchemist's Guild, plus 20 gold each for up to 2 additional eggs.
Where would we find a cockatrice nest?
Maybe in the mountains.
Well, we probably have to spend some time researching before we even set out for that one.
I mean, we have friends at the library, right? We have allies there.
Well, it sounds like the caravan wants to get going as soon as possible, so we need to make a decision. Are we going to go hunt for some chickens, or are we going to join the caravan? They're not going to wait for us, Shabba.
That's true. I don't know. Taking the caravan seems particularly dangerous because we don't know what we will face or how many of them. So maybe Alundria is right. Maybe we do need to kind of brush up on some of our skills before we take any of these.
Are you kidding me? That trial was so easy. Did you see how easy I cleared my trial and joined the 7? Yeah. I don't need any training.
Yeah. I would say that's probably an inaccurate statement there, Tokas.
Has no grounds for being false whatsoever.
I think maybe we need some skills. Some more skills than we have.
Well, I do have some interesting thoughts. So they have a lot of materials around here. Just look around, Shabba. Like, we don't have any marksman's roosts for you to aim at with the bullseye on them back where we're from. Might be handy because, I mean, no offense, but you could work on your aim a little bit. Just a little bit.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you there. I mean, I did hit you square in the cheek. Just saying.
And Tokas rubs his bum.
The fact that we have these amenities available to us is, I think, reason enough to take advantage of them.
What are you getting at, Shabba?
Well, obviously the Sapphire Sabre is every bit as glamorous as you've always dreamed it would be, right, Tokas? So why not spend some time here doing a little training and, get good, noob?
Tokas will totally cut you off and says, "Look, guys, look at the iron postings.
Iron, okay.
You do realize that that's worth so much more. Why don't we figure out how to make that portal work?"
Establish a portal? How are we ever going to do that?
Well, all we need is a significant magical knowledge and a steady hand.
A significant magical knowledge? None of us have that, Tokas.
Yeah.
I raise my hand and I want to ask Alundria a question.
She's not there anymore.
She's not there anymore?
At least she's not paying attention to you guys.
She got bored and walked away.
Are we allowed to attempt iron missions if we're not iron?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
You can see her in the distance just talking to some other people at the tavern. So
I ask a random passerby if how the missions work.
you can't take on a commission if it's too high a rank for you. You need to be an established member, one that they can trust to handle the job.
I see. Okay. That makes sense.
What if we make up our own commission? We find something out in the world that needs doing, and we do it. Take credit for it.
We could probably do that, but I don't think we'd get paid for it.
Well, who said anything about getting paid, Shabba? We have, room and board for super cheap, infinite ammo. We could go around killing all of, a certain species.
We do have infinite ammo.
Selling the pelts because it's extinct. Infinite ammo. What can you do with infinite ammo?
It's not infinite. If you look at your benefits, you get up to 20 units of ammunition a month for free.
Okay. I was about to say, theoretically, I could stand on a tree branch and just keep making attack rolls until everything around me is dead if we have infinite ammo.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll settle for... what do you think, Azlo?
Well, I think you've got a good point. We could just go out into the woods and grind killing sheep.
I like that.
For
boars,
minimal XP.
wild boars.
Yeah, I like that approach.
Until we level up.
Yeah. Until we hit level 60.
I think it's really original too of me to say that.
Yeah, we could head north and club baby seals for XP. Like a good old Warcraft 2. Just killing the seals. Yeah.
Yeah, good old Warcraft 2. Tokas, if you have some powerful arcane knowledge that you haven't told us about and you know how to establish a portal, then maybe that could work, but otherwise, probably not going to happen.
So I give a shifty side-to-side look.
And I ignore you. And I say, and unless you know how to hold your breath for a really long period of time, then we probably won't be able to take on Sahuagins in their own environment. When we fought them, they came to attack us on board the ship. This would mean finding some way to magically breathe underwater.
And we happen to be amongst people that know how to fight Svagin.
You didn't actually read the Sahuagin Menace one.
Oh yeah, I totally skimmed.
Well, that's what I was just about to comment on, is this reward goes to a group who ends the attacks entirely, pending 3 months of safe travels. So not only do we have to guarantee that we will end them entirely, we have to wait 3 months for our money.
So we have to extinct them.
Oh yeah. Also, we're still not iron level, I guess.
Right. Not to mention, we're unqualified to take this job.
In many ways.
Yes.
many levels.
Right.
Well, so the way I'm looking at these, so one of these missions has a bit of a time limit. Mm-hmm. The others, they all have time limits, let's be honest. They're all tentative, right? Because somebody else could go out and find the cockatrice eggs before we do. But why don't we ask about the caravan? Why don't we meet up with those guys and see when they intend to leave? And then we can figure out how much time we have to, rest up and check out the new digs.
Okay. And train?
Train?
You really don't want to train, do you?
Shabba, I was born...
Potty trained?
Sure, potty trained. I was born as awesome as I am. Okay.
Okay, I understand.
You might have to train, but...
That's true. You truly have not improved at all whatsoever since we've known each other. You've been this awesome the whole time.
I've hit my peak.
As a person, as a fighter, as a friend.
As an individual, yeah.
in the slightest.
Well, actually, so it's funny that you bring that up, Azlo, because I've been looking in the contract and I've been figuring out, loopholes and stuff. So I got hired on as a fighter, but these past few missions, I don't really feel like a fighter. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm having a bit of an identity crisis, Azlo.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. But according to the contract on page 7, section C, it says your feelings are irrelevant. So
it does say that. That's word for word, like verbatim what it says.
Well, but it also says derivatives of fighter are also acceptable.
Yeah, totally.
He's got you there, Azlo.
Yeah, I think that was on the previous page.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, have either of you guys happened to check out the Mithril level quest here? That's like super awesome.
No, I didn't even think to look at them, Shabba. You're crazy.
Yeah, and that we're less qualified for than anything else on this job board.
I mean, are we supposed to even let our eyeballs rest on those words?
No. I don't think we're even supposed to see this. I think we should have just not looked at it. Or someone posted this here by mistake.
But let's check it out anyway.
It says, King Alarand Ormog seeks capable adventurers. Okay, we're already out. Willing to travel long distances. Nope. And who have a talent for delicate matters.
Nope.
Definitely not. Offering an enchanted sword and 200 gold pieces.
That's freaking sweet. You know what's interesting, though? The Mithril quest is worth a lot less money than some of the other ones. Like, steel pays way more.
Yeah, but an enchanted sword, dude, you know how many gold coins an enchanted sword is worth? A lot of gold coins.
Overrated.
Oh, man.
Does it sing?
Who knows?
Probably.
You know the king. He's kind of a musical guy. I have no idea, actually, if he is. But just think, some lucky adventurers are going to get to do something really cool for the king and become his best friends and get a cool sword and a bunch of gold.
Wait, Chava, hold on. What are you talking about? We're already his best friends. Hello?
Well, yeah, but
that's true.
But when they do this quest for him, they will usurp us as his best
friends. Can't they also be friends? Like, what if the king's circle of friends is larger than your perceived circle of friends? Like, no offense, you lived in the woods for a really long time. You have a very small circle.
I do.
It's you and Stripey. I mean, we're friends. So, like, your circle went from one other person
1 to 3
or thing to all of us, plus Olaf,
right.
plus your bestie, Thalmar, right?
Almar, yeah.
Or Almar. I said Thalmar, didn't I? You know.
yeah. You know.
I don't keep up with all of your friends, Shabba.
That dude. But I just can't help but feel like the king's gonna like them better than he likes us.
Not if we get to the bottom of what's going on with the zombies first. Why don't we do that one? That'd be sweet. Oh wait, that's just a sighting. We don't get paid for that.
Yeah, that's just there's zombies around. Be careful.
And we're already aware of that one.
Yeah.
What about that idea where we were going to tag the ones we killed?
You guys ever get the feeling like a bunch of quests that we haven't finished are now coming back to plague us, and like half of this board is those quests? Like, because we did such a shoddy job.
What, like the Onkegs eating people and the...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do sort of get that sense.
Yeah, there's Sahwagans murdering sailors, Onkegs killing cows, Grimlocks attacking people in the countryside, zombies also attacking people in the countryside, Cloud Giants also attacking people in the countryside.
Hey, Cloud Giants is your wheelhouse, Shabba.
Yeah, that's true.
You should have slaughtered them already by yourself before you even met us.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Basically, the message here is, don't go to the countryside.
Right. The countryside's off limits, because we done screwed up a couple times, and now everyone's paying the price.
All right. We're going to have to make a vote.
Okay.
So, my vote is for the cockatrice egg and skimping on training.
Okay. Okay, my vote is that we check with the caravan to see when they're leaving. And
I feel like somebody said that already.
You said earlier that you wanted to check with the caravan, but just now you didn't say that.
Shabba, I feel like you're so smart and trying to take credit for... never mind.
No, I'm not trying to take credit for anything. I'm literally admitting that you said that before. I'm just saying that your vote was not for that this time, so I am simply offering that as another vote.
No, because I really would much rather build reputation with the Alchemist Guild. I just hate training. I hate doing push-ups. I'm a fighter, so that's why I'm trying to, like, change my designation, because that's what you're going to make me do, isn't it, Azlo? You're going to make me do mandatory push-ups.
I never said that.
That's literally what fighter training is.
It's just push-ups.
Just doing
Thousands and
push-ups.
thousands of push-ups.
Or what is it? What was the One Punch Man regimen? Like 1,000
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and run. What is it? Running
run
like
10 miles every day.
And he's like,
I don't want to do that. That's why I don't necessarily want to be like a normal fighter anymore. I want to do something that's more like bookwormy, something where I don't have to do all that.
All right, so you don't want to do the caravan quest anymore? You want to do the cockatrice quest?
Well, no, we should still figure out when they're leaving. We might be able to do it all. We should be greedy. We should be hungry for these quests. We should make them our own.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. That was my vote. I wanted to offer that as a possibility, to go check with the caravan to see when they're leaving.
here's the issue with the cockatrice quest. We don't know anything about cockatrices, and so
Cockatrices?
yeah, something.
Cockatoo.
Cockatry?
Cockatry, exactly.
Well, no, the two of them is a cockatoo, but three is a
Is a
cockatrice.
cockadoodle? And then, so if we go into this nest of a cockatrice egg, we have no idea how to fight it. If it comes to protect the egg, we don't know what it can do.
Can I make some sort of roll that, like...
Yeah, I make a nature check to see how much I know about cockatry.
I just rolled a 20.
I rolled a 19, so that's a 22.
Oh. But I rolled a natural 20.
Well, you're good. You're better than I am. You know more than I do about them.
Tokas would rub that in your face, Shabba, and would say, actually, you thought you knew about cockatrice, but actually, they turn you to stone, Shabba. So then you could be a stone giant.
Oh, thanks.
You know that cockatrice do indeed turn things to stone, and they're small chicken lizard hybrids that are most often found in the mountains. I guess you are aware that they have been seen in the Verdant Ridge, but you wouldn't know specifically where, because you haven't encountered them yourself.
Okay.
Verdant Ridge. Where have I heard that before? Oh, yeah, that's where we were supposed to go to figure out what's going on with the cult, and there's tons of zombies over that way.
And cloud giants as well.
Yep.
So basically, if we go on that quest, we're walking into a death trap.
Essentially, yeah. You guys good? Should we do it?
Yeah, let's go. No, I'm having a sudden change of heart. I don't know. I'm not feeling comfortable with that one.
All right. Let's look into the caravan before we make decisions.
Let's go talk to them. We'll see what they say when they're leaving, and we'll decide from there.
Yeah, we take a number, or we pull a tab off the caravan quest and go talk to the dude who's on the tab.
You find that, actually on the corner of the board, it's written instructions for new members. If you want to take on a commission, see the bartender, and he will give you more information.
Okay. We go to see the bartender.
What bar is it?
Yeah, which bar?
Right here, right next to the board.
Oh!
Dang, they have their own bar?
Personal bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it.
All right, bartender, what you got?
Shabba, don't screw this one up like Olaf. We gotta be on good terms with this one.
Okay.
Ask for their
We're on
name.
great terms with Olaf. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Olaf loves
Azlo,
us.
you're not helping things.
How about a beer and some information?
You wanted to take on the caravan job, right?
Well, yes.
Yes.
But I'd also like a beer, please. I always like to be a little inebriated before I make important decisions.
Sure thing. Coming right up. So the bartender here is rather muscular. He looks like he probably is or was an adventurer himself.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Don't tell me he's the fighter trainer.
Yeah, so he has like bulging biceps and toned muscles everywhere else.
Muscles on muscles.
His shirt kind of clings tightly around him, forming to his musculature.
Nice.
And he's got a nice, thick, bushy beard.
Good man.
Long hair flowing down just a little past his shoulders. So, here's your beer, and as for that job, the caravan wants to leave in 1 week's time. They're seeking a few guards. I think you'll meet their requirements.
Do not let their size fool you. They're actually quite capable at guarding things. These two, my friends here.
Oh, us. I didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, when I said the word capable, I'm sure that just, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's face it, a lot of things go straight over your head.
Oh, zing, he got you, Azlo.
I have no idea what you mean.
Yeah, you weren't talking about me, were you, Shabba?
Oh, and definitely not. You're at least 2 inches shorter than Azlo. I'm sorry, what was your name, Mr. Bartender, sir?
I'm Eldrak.
Was it Eldrak or Moldrak?
Eldrak.
Eldrak. All right, sorry, I called you sir. I don't think you're supposed to do that for bartenders.
It's disrespectful. Everybody knows that bartenders hate it when you call them sir.
Eldrak.
All right.
Eldrak. Isn't that the name of... Can I make a history check? We don't make enough history checks on this show.
True.
Just making a history check just for fun.
Can I history check his name?
Okay.
Yeah, to see if you know its origins.
Yeah, as I feel like that's a really... I feel like he's named after like an ancient dragon or something. 13. Oh, I have an excellent history check. 16.
Here's where Thane tries to decide whether or not he actually is named after an ancient dragon.
The name is familiar to you. You recall that one of the nobles back in the time of the Empire was named Eldrak.
Really?
You're one of the Eldraks clan. Huh. Or you are an Eldrak. That's his first name, right? Eldrak?
Yes.
Your parents must have thought you were going to be awesome if they named you after that particular Eldrak.
Looks like they were wrong. Now you're tending bars.
I'm an adventurer myself, I'll have you know.
Oh,
and
cool.
I'm much higher rank than you, Larry.
So how'd you get stuck behind a bar?
I'm not always here. I'm one of those who comes to work here.
Oh, it's just like a second job?
Yeah, I've been out on many adventures, and I like to relax every once in a while.
I'm with you, bro. Fist bump. I put out my fist.
Okay.
he just looks at it.
It's like, all right.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay.
Not familiar with this custom.
What rank are you, Eldrak, if you don't mind me asking? I can't see your badge from here. I can't see anything at all, actually. Like, the bar is probably higher up than...
He pulls up his pin, and he's got a steel bar there.
Fancy.
Nowadays, though, I don't tend to do a whole lot of adventuring.
Well, you're missing out.
I retired when these jobs got I half retired when these jobs started getting a little dangerous.
They didn't always used to be like this?
Well, it's more that just as I get older, I tend to think things are dangerous more often than not.
Yeah, nothing ruins an adventurer's day like danger, huh?
I mean, you make it seem like danger and death are related or something.
Look, when I've got a family I have to worry about, I'm not about to risk my life all the time. So.
Oh,
He's got family.
gotcha.
That changes everything.
Yeah, sorry we were making fun of you, bruv. So about this caravan here, you said that they're taking off in about a week?
That's right.
They're headed to Glenhammer. That's interesting. That's the kingdom of the dwarves. Wonder if Greth wants to come. Probably not. He hates that place.
Didn't he set sail?
I mean, he's here and he's there and back again. A Hobbit's Tale.
We'll have to send him a postcard.
He comes and goes. Yeah, we should. So if we put it on a ship and that ship catches up to his ship eventually, then maybe he'll get it. Or we could just wait for him to come back.
We're gonna need a fast ship.
Or we could give the note to a Schwagen because they're very resourceful at getting onto ships.
And at the same time, we plant a bomb on him, and then he swims back to his home, and it blows them all up, and then we get that quest.
Collect the iron quest.
Yeah.
Tokas, you're an absolute genius. Why didn't we think of this before? Azlo, why are we doing this as a business? We just need to start the first international Sahuagin postal service. Think of it. It could revolutionize communication across the continents.
You know, I had come up with the idea of an Aarakocra postal business,
Well, you know.
but yeah, that didn't. I don't know.
How do we waterproof the mail?
Yeah, you put the mail in the water. That seems like an improvement on my idea. And
Right.
swimming around instead of flying just seems better in lots of ways.
Yeah, don't Aarakocra just run out of breath and die halfway across the ocean?
And then the Schwagen can meet where they fall in and
Yeah.
take the mail the rest of the way.
So we just need one Aarakocra to sacrifice his life for every bag of mail we want to ship. Yeah, this can't lose. See you later. And I splash the beer in the guy's face and walk out.
We throw our new pins on the
Forget
table.
this! Yeah, we chuck our pins down. This place sucks.
Okay.
This is totally theater of the mind. Right?
Yeah, no, we're not.
We're not actually quitting.
We do this all in our heads, and then it goes back to like us being regular adventurers. Yeah, I like that. The little. Okay.
All these alternate universes we start.
Right. So let's talk. So who's in charge of this caravan?
You'll have to talk to Elbrit.
Elbrit.
You could meet her at the Merchants Guild.
Okay. She's the lord of all caravans.
No, she is the caravan master.
Azlo, this is really strategic. If we lock down that the AAA team is going to be the ones to do this job, then we can laze about for a week.
We can do nothing at all week.
Just hang out, have a few beers, no push-ups for me.
Definitely no push-ups. I like that plan.
Even with all this training gear around us, just free access. We have full membership to use the gym here and all the weights and everything.
Yep.
None of it.
Yeah, and all week you'll see my alarm clock go off at 5 a.m. and I get up and you're like, where are you going? I'm like, just laying around all day probably, I'll be back after nightfall.
Yeah, we've been working really hard at this company, and I feel like we sort of do deserve a vacation.
A staycation?
What do you say we spend this week hanging out here, and we'll just double the number of hours that we've been putting in doing work and training instead?
I like it.
Wait, what?
I mean, yeah, a vacation. It's like a staycation from adventuring. We'll just work instead.
I could have sworn you just said training, Azlo.
Well, yeah, I mean, that'll be part of it, but that's, like I said, it's a staycation. We're staying home from adventuring. We're just doing something a little different. We're shaking things up a little bit. Get crazy, Tokas. Don't be so bashful all the time, okay?
So it's like a working vacation. So it's
exactly.
It's like work.
Yeah.
Right?
Sort of.
Tokas doesn't hear anything of your explanation. I just keep thinking about the horror of doing tons of push-ups.
No! Never!
The Damage Guild Podcast. All the magic of fairy dust without the mess.
What's up, guys? It's Brian here, the voice of your favorite halfling bard, Azlo. And in case you missed the announcement from a few weeks ago, we are really excited to tell you guys that we now have a store. We have all kinds of cool stuff, from t-shirts to hoodies to coffee mugs to drawstring bags. We even have a Shabba monologue t-shirt. I am Shabba, born of Crag and Thunder, all that garbage, written out on a shirt as if you're at an optometrist's office and you're looking at one of those charts where it gets really, really hard to read. We also even have a Stripey pillow, and so you can snuggle up with Stripey at night, which kind of sounds like fun, but could also be very dangerous because Stripey is a persnickety fellow. Friends of the show, Tyler and Courtney, tell us that their roughly 1-year-old boy has really taken to the Stripey pillow and essentially claimed it as his own. What I love about these products is that they're all very practical. Everybody's got to wear clothes. If you don't, that's up to you. Just please don't come outside. The coffee mug is awesome. Obviously, coffee is the greatest substance known to man, so you can use that for that, or if you like tea, whatever. I also like these products because they're good for bringing to your game sessions as well. So if you want to pick up the drawstring bag, for example, you can use that to hold your books, your pencils, your dice. You can show off the merch to your friends there and tell them about the show if you haven't already. So it's just a great way to support the show. You get something useful out of it, so you're not only making us feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but you help provide the finances that we need to do things like pay for our voice actor who does our awesome intro and pre-mid-roll snippets. It helps pay for our internet hosting, our podcast hosting, all the little different costs that we have for running the show. So by picking up some of our merch, you're helping the show to continue. You're boosting our self-esteem, making us feel like valuable people, I guess. It's really just a win-win for everybody involved. And of course, we'll be adding more over time. We already have some ideas going for other inside jokes from the show, all that kind of stuff that we're going to be putting onto the merch. So don't forget to stop by and check that out every once in a while.
You can check out all of our products at thedamageguild.com/shop. Don't go to /store. I said that in the last one, and Jay corrected me. And if you go there, nothing bad's going to happen to you. There's just a button that'll redirect you to the shop. But if you have questions about things, you can hit us up in our Discord channel. You can find that link up at the top of our website with a little controller with a smiley face. We've really been enjoying talking to you guys on there. And again, if you want to ask us things or whatever it is, you can do so there, or contact us through our email. On the link is also on the top of the website. So one more time, that's thedamageguild.com/shop. Of course, you can always email us using the link up at the top of our website, the little quote symbol over at the far right. Or if you want to get on our Discord channel, we'd love to meet you online. And in the meantime, please enjoy listening to the rest of the episode.
You are listening to the Damage Guild podcast.
All right, let's go talk to Elbrit.
Okay. We find her at the Merchants Guild.
If you're going to be taking on the job, then you bring that to me first.
Oh yeah, we should probably tear down that ad so that people know not to take it from us.
Well, you can't just go tearing them down.
I go over to the job board and tear it down and hand it.
I just said.
Oh, sorry. It's already done. I can't undo it. I hand it to him. I'm like, here, let me try to paste it back up there.
No.
It doesn't work.
I hope you three learn to behave yourselves better than this as you stick around.
It's an ongoing process, really.
We've been hoping that for a long time.
It's a metamorphosis. It's just taking. We're late bloomers in that regard.
Once you decide to take on a job, you come to me. I will take down that you're the ones doing the job, and I will take it off the board.
Okay, well, I got half of that done for you already. So here, sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so now that you know that we're interested, does that mean we're on for the job, or do we need to go talk to Elbrit?
That means you're on for the job, and I will give you this letter of introduction to show that you are members of the guild, and you
cool.
have been commissioned, and you can bring that to Elbrit to begin your actual duties.
All right.
So we don't actually have to talk. We just hand them a letter.
That's good. A letter will do a much better job of introducing us than we could ourselves.
We're very humble folk, you see.
Humble is one way to put it.
All right. Many thanks to you, barman.
Yeah, thanks. Drac. Mind if I just call you Drac? Because it's a pretty cool name.
There are those who call me the Drake.
Oh. Awesome.
Oh, Drake.
That's
Yes.
a pretty epic name, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, the Drake. My bad. The artist formerly known as
Drake.
I wish I had a name as cool as that. If you think of any cool names that I can have, let me know when I come back.
How about, like, Usher or Lil Jon, perhaps?
I mean, those aren't as cool as the Drake, though.
Shabba, you already have a name.
Yeah, but it's not as cool as the Drake.
But I thought you were like the something that wanders the glade, or what was your whole thing?
Yeah, the monster that wanders the glade? What was
I'm
it?
Shabba, son of Pachaka, last of the Davide clan, exile of the tribe of Rakashan, born of Crag and Thunder and all that.
And you also have Hammerstone and Wind Brother.
Yeah, Wind Brother, the Shadow who wanders the glade, and
Shadow wanders
Hammerstone, the breaker of the mountain, defender and friend of creatures great and small.
I thought that we had nicknames too.
You guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've forgotten mine because we never use it.
Yeah, I'm now known as Little Song.
Yeah, Azlo's Little Song.
I wrote it down on my character sheet. Azlo says.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That's how I remembered.
But like most endearing things that you do for Tokas, Shabba, Tokas has forgotten. Like the pendant.
Right.
I don't think I ever got the pendant back. Didn't I give it as collateral at some point?
No, you most recently scratched it out in ink because I shot you in the butt.
That's right. Still haven't cleaned it off. What was my nickname again?
Your nickname is Swiftmaker because you're sciencey and you're really good at making stuff and fast. And you talk really fast.
Like a Wall Street before Wall Street happened. The Swiftmaker. The swifter, quicker picker-upper.
That's right.
That's
Exactly.
the bounty. Speaking of bounty.
Speaking of bounties, let's go talk to that Bretlin person. Ilbret?
Speaking of bounty, sorry I spilled my beer on you. You have any paper towels? Yeah, let's go talk to Elbret. Brittany Spears. And she's the caravan master.
There's not a single NPC name I can come up with that you're not going to make fun of, is there?
No, of course not, because we just take whatever it sounds most like and turn it into that.
When you come up with one that we don't make fun of, you'll realize that something's very wrong, and that we should just stop the podcast, because...
That's half the fun of this game. In fact, you'll probably notice that your life just gets a lot sadder without us making fun of your NPC names.
Yeah, like, if we weren't going for the Thane Sigh, the show will lose its spark. Courtney would stop listening.
The whole dynamic of the show would change.
And if Courtney doesn't listen to our show, it's not a show that I want to be part
Then
of.
what do we have?
What do I have left?
Nothing.
So you need to hurry up and sigh so we can move on and talk to this NPC.
All right, Elbret, Merchants Guild. We fast travel there. Whoa, what happened?
Sorry, guys.
Did you just roll some dice?
Tripped as I walked down the hallway.
All right, I rolled a 9 towards our
Destination?
a sprint roll. Spring roll.
I made a 7. So we walk real fast.
We move 9 spaces towards.
Yeah.
Every time you move. Hold on, guys. Got to roll again.
Was that like first edition?
I have no idea. No, I don't think so.
Fortunately, Lower Castletown and the Mercantile District are right next to each other, so it doesn't take you too long to get over to the guild.
Sweet.
When you arrive, you ask around, and eventually you find Elbret.
It's the Merchants Guild, right? Do random people try to sell us things?
And this is where the merchants come to organize and work together with each other and such. It's not a market at all.
Gotcha.
Haven't we been here before? No, we met Master Morqua of the Merchants Guild.
That's right.
We should say hi.
Yeah.
Maybe he remembers us.
He loved us. He, like most people, he warmed up to us right away.
Awesome.
Can we look around for Master Morqua for a little bit?
Yeah, let's do that.
You ask around, and you find that he's probably back in his office.
He's being too good for you as we speak.
It's like getting a massage or...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, you could only meet with him before because you were with Almar.
Right, yeah, we had that.
Sorry, I can't meet today. I'm too busy being richer than you. Just laying around on beds of gold coins.
Oh yeah, it's like gold, and like a maiden is feeding him grapes.
With palm fronds. Yeah. Pretty sure that's what that guy's afternoons look like. Yeah. Basically. All right, we abandon that line of investigation and go to Elbret.
All right. You meet Elbret, and you find that she is actually a rather short, stocky, beefy dwarf woman. With a nice, healthy beard.
What?
You say that like our expectations of her weren't that she was a short, stocky dwarf woman. Woman. Well, man. Nothing wrong with having facial hair if you're a girl listening to the podcast.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
It's true that.
It is okay.
You're beautiful, too.
Yeah, I don't want to be insensitive to...
We're all beautiful. Brian has a beard, too, so he would be the most understanding.
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, so we should have, I mean, you know, she's a dwarf, so she kind of has the right to have as much facial hair as she wants.
Can we tell that she's a woman, though? Because the beard might throw me off.
Not from her face, but I guess there are a few feminine features in general, just in her body shape.
Like her eyelashes,
Yeah, really long eyelashes.
rosy cheeks.
Yeah, her face is a little bit rounder than most of the male dwarves.
I hand her a pair of scissors so that she can...
Trim up before she talks to us.
I thought you said there was nothing wrong with this.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd really like to have a conversation with you, but you're gonna have to cut that thing off. I'm really sorry.
I can't keep a straight face with you looking like that.
Well, no, Sean's open-minded. I don't know if Tokas...
Here's a razor. Go to the bathroom. Take like 5 minutes. Then we can talk, okay?
Well, look, if we're going to work for you, you're going to have to start taking your personal hygiene more seriously.
Just imagine how bushy this thing's going to get on a 3-week trip.
Her beard is long and braided and has many layers of plaits woven together.
Oh, wow.
It goes down to her knees.
Dang.
This is not a 5 o'clock shadow kind of deal.
No.
Yeah, okay, so she's put in work for this.
Yeah.
She's proud. Okay. Well, that's the first. I try not to look at it. Like I avert my eyes and try not to stare at it.
Yeah, I didn't actually hand her the clippers. For the record, I don't think I even have clippers on my person.
Yeah, I take back everything I said to her about being embarrassed about her beard.
That is a work of art, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. Well, all right, Azlo, why don't you interface with this dwarf? Plus, we have the letter to interface for us.
That's right. I open my mouth to speak, and then I just think better of it, and I hand her the letter.
All right. She looks at it and says, "Ah, so you're the ones who are going to be guarding my caravan." And she knows she has a very deep voice for a woman.
Yes. Yes, we are.
We try to sound. You try to sound deeper than her voice, don't you, Azlo?
Yeah, to make sure that I feel manly enough. Yeah.
I try to sound feminine to offset it. Why, yes, we are. Thank you. And I take on a southern drawl for some reason.
Is a female dwarf's voice lower than like your average halfling or rockgnome's voice anyway?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So she says, "Well, we'll be leaving in next week, 7 days from now, early morning. I trust you can see us through the dangers that road has recently seemed to attract."
Absolutely. What dangers were those again?
Why don't you give her a business card to prove that we can face any dangers?
Take my business card.
AAA team at your service.
You've probably heard of us. We've met with the king.
Can't say that I have.
Azlo, and Azlo, AAA team.
Oh, you know all those things that people are talking about. Zombies and various monsters all over. I have my normal guards that I typically take, but I decided I might want to splurge a bit and hire some of the Sapphire Sabre to bring along this time.
Oh, I shoot a quick whisper to Azlo and say, "This is perfect. We won't be the only ones liable when she gets eaten. We can blame it on her other guards."
I say, Tokas, when did you turn into Batman?
I'm right here, Azlo. Gargling marbles.
Azlo just starts whimpering in fear.
So, what are you going to do, Albert, for the next week while you wait to shove off? Just lay around and do nothing? Yeah, us too.
Oh, I'm finishing selling what I can and buying up what I need to trade there.
Okay. What's the whole goal with going to Glenhammer? Just to trade stuff? Come back with Dwarven? You're going to trade non-Dwarven things and then come back with a bunch of Dwarven things and then trade again?
That's the idea. That's what merchant caravans do.
Generally what merchants do.
Cool, that's cool. I've never really seen a whole lot of Dwarven stuff, so that'll be fun. I mean, besides you.
As the name of the road indicates.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go out the way it did. I don't mean like you're a lot of Dwarven stuff. I just meant that you're a dwarf.
Or that you're like an object. we consider you a living, breathing person.
Yeah, you're a person and a dwarf,
and there's exactly enough of you,
and exactly
to be who you are,
and you're perfect just the way you are, and you're probably.
I think Shabba's trying to say in a very nice way that it wouldn't hurt for you to go on a diet.
No, that's not at all.
As far as
that's
the
not
trip
at all
is
what I'm talking about. No,
Do you
she's
actually
a perfect
say
dwarf. No,
No, we don't say this at all.
and she's probably better with an axe than I am with a bow to boot. So
Yeah, we don't want to lose the opportunity for this mission, so we don't say any of that.
Well,
Thane, can I just say real quick, I love how you get into character with these NPCs. Like, you were literally thinking about, gosh, what am I going to say if they actually said that to my dwarf character woman? I could see you, like, formulating a response. That's great. Good stuff. But no, we're just kidding.
all right. So, what was the last thing that was actually said?
That's a great question.
about how we're the AAA team, and
I don't think we actually said anything. I think we just handed her the letter.
and we're going to Glenhammer to get Dwarven stuff and come back with it.
That's right. You haven't seen a whole lot of Dwarven stuff before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you, but I don't say that.
Well, you do know that the road is named after the sapphires and other gems that they bring from Glenhammer. Sapphire Road also lent its name to the Sapphire Sabre.
Makes sense.
And so the Sapphire Road goes out the direction we went, but where we turned south, it just keeps going pretty much straight east all the way to Glenhammer. Is that right?
That's correct. Well, I don't know where you went, but It does keep on heading east to Glenhammer.
Yeah, we went to not Glenhammer before.
Yeah, but we've been around.
Okay. Any other questions we need to ask her?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, see you in a week. Later.
Have fun.
Shabba, quick, we need to leave before I say something about her woman beard. Let's go. I whispered that so she couldn't hear it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right now.
I usher you guys out as quickly as possible.
All right. We go back to the guild. The other guild that we're a part of.
Are we far away from her now?
Yes.
Phew, I was so worried I was going to say something about her beard.
Tell me about it, man.
Man, I don't know how you do it, Azlo.
Couldn't get over it. It was just so long and lustrous and
I was mesmerized by it.
and so well kempt.
Yeah, it was oiled and braided. And
If I could figure out how she was able to grow such an elegant beard, maybe I could figure out how to grow hair on my head again.
Maybe you should ask her to donate to Locks of Love, except it's Locks of Tokas. So you can make yourself a long and lustrous wig.
A new toupee?
Yeah.
well, what do you guys want to do for the next week?
Definitely just nothing, right?
I guess we got to have that work staycation.
I'm going to start doing some paperwork, guys. I don't know about you, but I got a lot of stuff to take care of here.
Oh, wow, really? What kind of paperwork? I didn't know you were like a paperwork kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we've been on the road for a long time, right? We have a bunch of reports to fill out, for all our adventuring. So I just take out a piece of parchment, one of the ones that we got, and I just start, writing on it, but it's not really anything. I'm just
just drawing pictures.
I'm just
of
scribbling. Yeah, I'm scribbling.
Oh, does it look like cave paintings? Is that how, giant...
Yeah, I'm holding the pen like this, in my fist. Yeah.
That's interesting, Shabba. We'll leave them to that. I actually wanted to rework my contract with the team. I gotta change... Remember that page we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, totally.
How flexible is the contract, and could I renegotiate my role on the team?
Well, you know what they say. A signature is a signature.
So I have to be a fighter no matter what? Or derivative of which?
Yeah. You were talking about derivativizing.
Is there somebody in the guild here that I could talk to?
About your feelings, or what?
Yeah.
No, that I have a fighter background, but I'm interested in other types of fighting.
I mean, if you're looking for friends, I could point you to some people.
I just really don't want to do push-ups. I feel like Azlo's lying about the staycation. I get this feeling that he's just trying to trick me into doing some training.
No, Tokas. I never lie. I don't know what you're talking about. We're just going to walk over here to the push-up room and have a seat.
Have a fun time?
Yeah.
Yeah, a seat on my back as I push up with you on my back.
Exactly.
Just watch a bunch of other people do push-ups.
Yeah, what did you have in mind, Tokas? You talked about this derivative.
Well, I kind of like to spend this week focused on... You know that I'm trying to get into the Alchemist Guild, right?
Yeah, of course.
And I look around, make sure nobody's listening to our conversation. Not even Shabba.
I go like this and put I cut my finger to my ear and pretend to be asleep.
I'll take Azlo aside because you're working on your paperwork. So Azlo, I didn't really want to tell you guys because I don't want to reveal their locations, but I'm not the only person that necessarily survived the plague that hit the Rathgon Hills.
Really?
Yeah, I know that's hard to believe because I'm just so resilient, and surely out of all the gnomes that would have made it out of that horrible situation, I'm the only one that would have, right?
Oh, yeah, surely. So what does this have to do with what you were telling me before?
Well, this problem of me staying up during the night and working on things, I've had this problem since I was very young, actually.
Go on.
Well, I used to sneak out in the night, and I'd visit the old town crazy man, Murney. Except I don't think he's crazy. I mean, I think he's totally sane, but we do all sorts of interesting science experiments, and he'd show me all sorts of cool magical tricks and whatnot. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I might know a thing or two about, now look around again, magic. But not your kind of magic, not the kind of magic that you know about, like gnomish magic. Technological magic.
Why are we being so secretive about this?
because if people knew that Murney was alive. So Murney, I would find this out later. I thought he was just like the town crazy man. But apparently he was like this really legit archmage back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, I was doing some research on him in the library. He's famous, man. So I was trained by a famous, crazy, senile archmage in the night when I was supposed to be sleeping as a young gnome.
Wow, that's incredible. So why didn't you tell us about this before?
Well, I have all these ideas, you know, and I'd like this week to take some time to like kind of draft up some plans, build some new gadgets, you know, really work on me. I don't want to be stuck doing push-ups. Like, I feel like I could do 1,000,000 push-ups and still not be a stronger fighter. So what I'm trying to say is, let me work on myself in my own way, Azlo.
You want to branch out a little bit.
Yeah, not slaving over some dumbbells, you know.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't tell Shabba about Murney. Nobody can know he still might be alive. Or they might come for him.
Wait, who might come?
I think the cult wasn't just interested in our gems. I think they wanted to know what Murney knew.
I clear my throat. Tokas, I couldn't help but overhear everything you just said. and
Shabba!
We're standing like 2 feet away.
He's just like, I've been here the whole time, actually.
Yeah, the fact that I know this has no bearing on whether Murney is going to survive, because I don't know him, and me knowing that doesn't put him at any risk. I'm not going to tell anybody.
Yeah, me either, Tokas.
It's been a long time since I had some free time. I have all these ideas for all sorts of cool gadgets that I could do using some of the things that Murney taught me and some of the things I've learned. And I mean, look at all these cool things that they have here.
Well, they've got a bunch of cool stuff here, but I'm sure they've got a bunch of cool stuff at the Alchemist Guild, too. Why don't you see what they have available at the Sapphire Sabre and see how you can leverage that along with your new connection at the Alchemist Guild? And train the way you want. Don't sit and do push-ups if you don't want to do push-ups. Figure out what you want to do and spend your time doing that.
Thanks, Shabba. See, Shabba gets it, Azlo. You should listen to him more often.
I never said that you should do push-ups in the first place. You told me that I told you to do that.
Oh. I must just have this weird perception of you as a slave driver, Azlo. I'm sorry.
I can't imagine why. That's really bizarre. Yeah, listen, why don't you go work on that? We'll work on things here. Are you planning to go over to the Alchemist's Guild then?
I probably will at some point. I have some questions that probably only Ezric would be willing to answer. For some reason, people don't like talking to me about magic. I just can't put a finger on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's like a mage trainer or whatever here, right? Or alchemist trainer here, but I don't want to put us in bad terms with them, you know? I don't want to piss them off.
You'd rather piss off the Alchemist Guild?
Well, you know what? I don't know how, but I've never pissed off Ezric. Even in all those, 8 or so times that I did something wrong. He's never denied me.
He's quite the patient man.
He is. Good teacher.
You know, Tokas, it's funny, actually. I've been watching you fight with that sword, and it's really inspired me over our last few battles. And I'm realizing now that while I may be really awesome at spinning and flipping and sword swallowing and all that stuff, I think I could use some improvement in my actual combat skills. So I've decided that I'm just going to focus on my my swordsmanship this week, I think.
What, because I'm putting the sword down? You're picking it up?
Well, I mean, not necessarily. I just, like I said...
I feel like you need to compensate for the fact that I can't hit the broadside of a bar.
Listen, I'm trying to encourage you here. You inspired me, is what I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm going to storm off to the Alchemist Guild.
Some people just don't know how to take a compliment.
Yeah, ain't that right?
And I shout from the other side of the room, I'll say, "You'll see, Azlo. I'm going to come back changed. I'm going to come up with some sort of concoction that turns me big and green. You'll see."
Wow. I can't wait for that. Looking forward to
Azlo
it.
just scratches his head and walks away.
So I'm going to go hang out with my old sensei, I suppose.
All right.
For a whole week. I'll see you guys in a week, and I leave.
Well, I guess Tokas is gone. Azlo, you can play montage jams while I work out. How about that?
Okay, sounds good.
That way we both gain in skill. Yeah, I like that, actually.
Instantly cuts to a montage.
Yeah, it's like a close-up of Azlo's fingers on the fretboard of his lute. He's like, and then it pans out, and it's me bench pressing Azlo while he plays.
As I'm like ripping solos. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wish we had an animator for this project. Like, this would be a really good spot to animate this scene.
Yeah, I know.
What if we had a bigger budget for the show? Like, I'd love to animate our show.
I know, that'd be great.
Like I was picturing a cartoon of us all having the same thought bubble together earlier, and then it like disappears, and we're all like, "Oh!"
And then we look out the window of the gym, and there's a big purple explosion across town, and we're like, "Well, I guess Tokas is doing pretty well."
Tokas pops his head out, and his hair all black and spiked up, and he's like, "Hey!" Puts a thumb up.
How are you guys doing? Like we shot across the city to each other? Because those aren't next to each other at all, are they?
No.
No.
All right. Shabba, you spend time running Stripey through little pet mazes and teaching him tricks.
Oh yeah,
Obstacle course.
Get him on a leash, and we go for jogs in the morning. And I have a little like sweatpants for him to wear. A little workout clothes.
And Tokas, are you actually going to join the Alchemist Guild? Because as I recall, you didn't actually join, you just got the sponsorship.
I didn't have the money to join. Or no, I did, didn't I? It would cost me... Let's see. I have 56 gold, 1 silver, and 7 copper. It was 50 gold to sign up?
Yep.
All right. I'll deduct that from my... Yes, I'll join for the sake of my training, because I probably wouldn't be able to hang around Ezeric all day if I wasn't a member.
So, Tokas, during your week off, you officially join the Alchemist Guild.
Woohoo! Yeah! Woo! I did it. I made it. Stop the show. That's the best thing that's ever going to happen to me.
Yeah, right? So all downhill from
here. It's all downhill from here.
Series finale.
And then you die in an explosion half a week later.
Right, a purple one. Well, it was, you burn out bright. That's what they say.
Literally.